So today we are going to stamp. So brings me to when it's really hot outside and you don't have a pool or the kids aren't in camp or you're babysitting, what can you do? Well, of course, you could stamp and craft. So she has one of her friends over today and they are both on my dining room table where all the crafts take place in my house, and they are stamping. So I'm gonna let them do a little walkthrough demo and tutorial for you guys to give you some ideas of little projects you could do with your nieces, nephews, children, if you work at a daycare facility, if you are in a current state where camps are in session. Cold cloth on the back of the neck to cool me off. I'm gonna need that. Might just need that. So hi, Lisa. Good morning, Linda. Hi, Karen. Annette from Ireland. James is watching. So what's on my necklace today? So that's one of my custom eye stamps, evil eye stamps, that I put a bezel in the center and sunk a turquoise stone in. So you're gonna have to wait for next month for that surprise, but let's see. So I am going to take you over to my dining room table, and I'm gonna show you what they're working on. Guys, you ready for me to come in? Yeah. All righty, so I'm gonna take you off and I'll walk you through. I'm gonna flip you guys around. So even the dog is hot today. That's Priscilla. Priscilla's not, she's not loving the heat. We are definitely a air conditioning family. So that's Sam. Hi. So we're in ImpressArt Stamp Camp today, and that is her buddy Chase. All right, and what are we working on, guys?
Today we're making friendship bracelets.
Friendship bracelets. So let me see what you guys are doing.
So what we did is we stamped on beads
On the aluminum cubes?
Yes, on aluminum cubes.
So let's see if I could get in there. Sam, what font is that?
Lollipop, one of my
That's
favorites.
Lollipop. There we go. I think we could see that better. Sam, one of her favorites. Very good. So Carly says, hi, Sam and Chase. You guys say hi to Carly?
Hi.
So Chase, what are you doing? You doing the same thing? Are you beading?
Oh, yes, I just messed up a little bit.
It's okay. There's no messing up here. No messing up here. And what did you make earlier? Let's see what Chase made earlier. So Chase is a fan of texturing. So he textured one of the aluminum bracelets that we're gonna bend. All right. And I think, did you do your name on these, Chase?
No.
Not yet?
Just did some.
All right. What else would we have here, Sam?
So what I did was I made a bracelet out of cord.
Okay.
And I was going to take the aluminum, right?
The aluminum blocks, right?
The aluminum blocks, and I'm going to slide them onto the bracelet.
Okay, to make a lanyard.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's great. I love that. What else do we have? So these are great too, guys. This is just silk wax cord that I put some slip knots on, and it's very easy to hang a little pendant from it, a little stamped pendant with a design stamp and coloring. You could color it in. Chase right now is working on the aluminum cubes. So guys, in my house, the kids all congregate here. It's an open creative space. So I have a lot of the kids in the neighborhood that are constantly here and picking things out of the studio and just playing with tools and learning how to metal stamp or bead or anything else that I have laying around. So let me go back to Sam. So you're just stringing those beads on?
Yes.
What do you like the best about metal stamping?
The one thing I like about metal stamping is I could take all my anger and I could put it into a bracelet. to make
Your
me
anger
happy.
to make you happy.
Yes.
So it's therapeutic is what you're saying.
Yes.
Stamping is therapeutic. And do you hear mommy when she's up all night stamping?
Yes.
Yes? Never got used to it? You sleep through it.
Yeah, I do.
She sleeps through it. And that's Chase's favorite thing about coming to the house is playing with...
Hang out with my friends.
He gets to hang out with his friends and do some crafting, do some stamping. So wax cord, I know we got a question about wax cord. Let's see. Okay, so this is just regular waxed cord, and I'll walk you through it. I'm going to take you guys back into my studio, and we'll make one step by step, but you would just put slip knots on it, okay? And you could hang a blank from it with a jump ring, and I'll walk you through that. This is just some random just some random little bracelets that they made earlier, because I know they're going to be stamping it forward and dropping these off to a couple of houses in the neighborhood. Yep, so that's your friendship bracelet. Yep, that's their friendship bracelets that they made before, and they're both stamping little pendants to add to the bottom. Do you want to bend a bracelet for them?
Yeah.
Do you remember how to do that? All right, so Chase textured a bracelet. Sam's going to bend it. Let me sit down so I could get...
So what you're going to do is you're going to put it through the slit.
Okay.
And you're going to put your thumb there, and you're going to take the palm of your hand. You're going to bend it down.
Perfect.
And you're going to take the other side and do the exact same thing. And then you're going to take your tool.
Show them the bracelet first.
And then here's the bracelet.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're going to take this.
Other way. Very good.
And you're going to squeeze it down.
Show the camera. So you're forming the metal there all the way around it. So there you have it, guys. Literally, share your love for metal stamping with kids, whether it's your neighbor, your nieces, your own kids, if you're working at a camp over the summer. The aluminum cubes are a great project to do. Let's see that, Sam. Let's see that bracelet. Very good. Perfect. Fantastic, Sam. So I'm going to take you guys. You want to say goodbye?
Bye.
Actually, let's. All right. So say goodbye.
Bye.
All right. Priscilla says goodbye too, although she doesn't stamp. So I'm going to take you guys back over, and we are going to do some step-by-step little tutorial on how you can utilize different things. Samantha was so kind to make me a friendship bracelet, and these were big when I was in school. Does everybody see that? Samantha's super good at doing this kind of stuff. So I'm going to show you how you can stamp a strip of metal and attach it to your bracelets. All right. So, oh, Kimberly, thank you. My Dapple, my dog, that's my second child. That's my Priscilla. I have Elvis walking around, but she's the cat. She's not so friendly, but thank you. Okay, guys, so I'm going to flip you around. All right. Thank you, Linda. She's a good kid. She's a good kid, and so is her friend. Chase is one of my favorites. One of my favorites. All right, so let me bring you down just a little bit. So Jen and Allie are going to put those, the pieces that I'm working on, and let me shut this off. Perfect. There we go. So there's not much of a glare. So we're talking silk cord bracelets. All right, does everybody remember these? Well, these are back in again. Hi, Lucy from the Bronx. Welcome, neighbor. Lisa, you bought the 12 millimeter. I told you, the 12 millimeters are to die for, guys. It really does. Yes, Lynn, definitely have your granddaughter make some of these. So I'm going to show you a quick way that you can embellish one of these. So what we're going to do is we are going to take, let's see, where is it? Yep, right there, right in front of me. I'm using my 1 1/4 strips, and I'm going to take a, let's see, oh, there they are. I'm going to take a sticker guide and I'm just going to place it. And remember, this is a 1/4 inch, guys. So with the 1/4 inch, you always want to make sure that you're utilizing that blue line that runs right across your sticker. Okay, whether it be the small stickers in your sticker guide pack with your mix stamps, stamp guides, or your bracelet blanks. Okay, so I'm utilizing bracelet sticker guides today because it's what I have handy. Good morning, Marianne. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, with my Sharpie, I'm just going to put my 2 dots, one on each side of where I want to puncture my holes. Okay, and I am going to use, let's see, guys, what font? What font? What do I have handy? I think I'm going to use my lowercase Melody. I know we used that yesterday, but we're going to use that again today. So Melody lowercase, guys, at the lowest and the highest point is a 3mm font. And your other is probably like more of a 2.5 to a 2.8, I want to say. Hi, Gail. Alicia wants Heartbreaker. We're going to use Melody. We'll use Melody, Charlotte. Oh, you guys are killing me today. Let's see what I have out. Heartbreaker it is. Heartbreaker's right here. So let's pull that out. So again, guys, Heartbreaker is one of our signature fonts. All right, here we go. And this is the uppercase. And remember that in the uppercase sets, we always have 6 amazing design stamps. Okay? Now, with the signature font, it is rated for stainless. So just keep that in mind. All right. And then we'll use our lowercase 3mm. And remember, your lowercase, guys, always comes with your punctuations and your extras. Okay? Hi, Terry. Thanks, Jen. So let's see. Okay. So we are going to do, I'm going to make one. Since my daughter made one for me yesterday, I'm going to actually make one for her today. Hi, Dave. Hi, Adam. Thanks for tuning in, guys. All right, so I am going to... Now, this is what everybody's always so curious about. With your Heartbreaker, like I said before, that is definitely a more advanced font. That is more of an advanced font. So you definitely always want to have a scrap piece when you're working with it if you're not used to this font. Okay, so I am going to take, let's see. I'm going to start. I always like to start with the space in between the black and the orange. Now, you can do them separately, guys, or you can connect them. We are going to just not connect them so much today. We are just going to concentrate on getting them nice and lined up. Okay, so I'm going to place this down. We want to make sure that that ImpressArt is facing you flat. If you're having problems and you're running over your stickers, guys, tilt that stamp. Once you have it straight, I want you to tilt it a little bit towards you, and I want you to feel that it's going to grab that sticker. It's going to rest right on top of it. Once you feel that it's rested, I'm just going to give it a nice tap. Then I'm going to continue my A. Now these can connect, but I'm not going to connect them today for this piece. I'll show you how you could connect them after we are finished stamping this name. Flat, lightly drag it. Make sure that the center of your shank is in between the orange and black lines. And here is my H. And my A. Okay, so sometimes when you're stamping on a softer metal, okay, you get that little bowing in there. Does everybody see that? It's very, very easy to correct. You're gonna take your multifunction hammer, okay? You're gonna use your nylon head because it will not mar your metal, and you're just going to place it down and lightly, guys, lightly tap it back into place. And you'll see now that you're nice and straight. Okay, so look how pretty that font is not connecting. I'm gonna show you, give you a little tutorial on how to connect them. But, you know, I don't want you to feel that this is not a good font for you because, you know, you're new to it and, you know, it's a little bit of a difficult font. Guys, you have to learn your tools. Once you learn your tools, you're golden. So I'm going to take that, lightly dab it, lightly wipe. All right, and then I'm going to come in with my hole punch. And I'm just going to line that up. Do you see how I'm putting? I'm going to center it right where I put my dot. And I'm just going to twist. And then there we go. So this leaves a really nice hole, guys, and there is no puckering on the back, which is fantastic. Now, if there is ever puckering, what you could do is to flatten that surface. You could take your nylon head of your multifunction hammer, like what we just used to knock it down. I'll show you. If you ever have any puckering from it, which I don't, but I'll put that down, you just want to give it a little bit of a tap, and that really smooths out your ends. Hey, Sam, are you still in the house? All right, I guess not. Whoop, I guess not. So here we have her name. All right, Samantha. So I am going to lay my bracelet down. I'm going to place this on top. Now, you could always stamp your disc and you can continue your silk cord stitching from each side. I like to lay it on top. Especially for my daughter, she doesn't like things sticking to her in the summertime, and she goes to cheer camp and everything. So having that fabric on the back of it, just gives it a little bit less of that sticky feeling in the heat. All right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a needle and thread, and I'm going to come up from the bottom and not stab myself today. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to leave a little bit at the end. You could always put a knot in it. And I'm just going to, and you guys, you could do this on leather as well. I'm just going to give a couple of nice knots. Now, I am not a seamstress. Although my mother worked for Oleg Cassini, she was his pattern maker in Europe before she came to America. I obviously did not inherit the sewing gene from my mom, although sometimes I wish I had. I mean, I could hold my own, but not great. So I'm going to come up through the center. Couple of nice stitches. Well, thank you, Tina. I made them stop hammering, so now they're outside. So once you have a really good stitch on that, All right, just like that. And you could hardly see it from the back. You're gonna take a pair of cutters, you can knot it, you know, make a little knot. Like I said, I am not good with sewing, but I'm doing my best. Okay, make a little knot. Yes, denim definitely. She's made me a couple of, if you guys ever see me at any of the conferences, she's made a couple of nice button coverings for me that I usually use on a denim jacket. So this does scream denim. So this is just a little craft. Something you could do. I mean, these are great. I mean, even if you're selling, you know, like we talked yesterday about makers and making. Let me pull this down a little bit. Like I said, I'm definitely not. This is not my forte. And I can't find the hole. All right, there we go. This is something really quick and easy and a simple way to embellish anything. Guys, you could even, oh, now that we're talking about this, I don't have one to show you, but let's say you found like makeup bags or little pencil cases. This is another way that you can personalize pieces. You know, it doesn't have to always be jewelry. It doesn't always have to be jewelry. So I'm just gonna tie this right here. And then I know I gave them my bracelet bending plier. So I'm just gonna run back into the living room, the dining room, and pick that up. Let me go grab that for you guys. Yes, you could definitely use GS Hypo on the knot. Definitely could use that on the knot. Okay, so this is where your pliers, your bracelet bending pliers come in handy, guys. You don't only have to use them for, let's bring this up a little bit. You don't only have to use them bending your bracelet. Okay, do we see this? I'm just gonna give it a little squeeze. There we go. So it's nice and formed to her wrist. How great is that? Do we like that? I think that's a lot of fun. Really great idea. So that's a little something that you could add to your summer list. And definitely, if you have better ideas, me and Jen would love to see them. So it's always important to tag us in the stuff that you guys are making. So, you know, we get inspired by things that you guys make as well. And sometimes I run out of ideas, and it's going to be a very long summer. So we will love to hear some of your craft ideas. All right. So I'm just going to do a little tutorial for you guys to show you more of that connecting. All right. There we go. So that's Samantha. Oh, thank you, Robert. Thank you. That's my father-in-law, Bob Panula. Thank you, Grandpa Bob. All right. So I'm going to walk you through this real quick. All right. So I'm going to do Samantha. Like I said, I always like to put my uppercase in the middle of my orange and black. Now, with connecting this font, guys, okay, it gets a little tricky because you can't really utilize these spaces. When we did this, we utilized the spaces in between, but we want to connect them now. So it's kind of really trial and error. So this is what I mean by really learning how to use your stamp set and just practicing. okay? You could practice just by taking a bracelet blank and going A through Z and learn your spacing. So I'm gonna try to do this. I'm gonna try to do this so you guys could get a better idea. So I'm gonna like put this all the way down for you guys, okay? So you won't see my hammer. So again, you wanna make sure that the ImpressArt's facing you. You want to lightly drag that down. Feel that restriction in that sticker guide. You wanna take your hammer, give it a nice tap. So there's my S, that's my uppercase. So now with my lowercase, guys, the first one, I always put in between. Besides my uppercase, I always put my lowercase in between, okay? In between my black and my orange. So now we start. So do we see we have that S and that A? So now it's really important that when you start your third letter, your second connecting, okay? It's important that when you bring it down, you are covering half of your last impression. Does everybody see that? See the belly of that A? Okay? That's how you know they are connecting. So you're using the sticker to make sure that you're stamping straight. It's really skill and how you know your font and how you know how to line up to connect these. Okay, am I showing this a little bit better than it being flat? Just so you guys could get a look at, do you see the belly of that A? See how my shank is covering half of that initial? And that's how I'm gonna continue. So again, your stamp you always want in your left hand, well, your non-dominant hand. So I am a righty. My hammer is always in my right hand. My stamp is always in my left hand. Okay, so I'm gonna bring that down. I'm gonna lightly drag it. I'm gonna be covering my last impression, and I'm gonna give that a hit. And do you see, let me pull that back a little bit. That's how it connects. So remember, you have to really learn your font set, learn your tools. Oops, and I dropped the M. And we'll go on to the A. Again, I'm covering. You could see here, bringing it down, I'm covering half of my M. And there is my A. No, you can't connect, no, the uppercase doesn't connect to the lowercase. Doesn't connect. Let's see, where is my N? I put things back in the wrong spots all the time. So here I am again. Here's my N. I'm going to drag that down. I'm covering the belly of my A. Okay, I'm going to go it again because remember, your non-dominant hand always lines up your stamp. There's my N. Here is my T. Here is my H. And last but not least, I'm coming in again with my A. I'm covering the, sorry, it's dark, guys. Trying my best here. Bringing it down, I'm covering half of my last stamped impression. And there's my A. So I'm going to pull my sticker off. I will take my enamel marker and fill that in to show you guys. You know, Heartbreaker is a super sweet font. It's delicate. It's one of my favorites. Okay, so here is my Samantha. Connected, and Samantha not connected. Alicia, your next buy is a lowercase. There we go, guys. So this is non-connecting and connecting. To be honest with you, I like this font both ways. It's just a phenomenal font. It's fun to use, and it's got really great design stamps. Really great design stamps. So that's one thing that you could do. All right. And then we talked about wax cord. And I'm going to pull this up a little bit. You know, so with these are just slide knots. Okay. Which makes the bracelet bigger. And slip knots, once you pull the ends, like I'm doing right here, it makes that smaller. And what's nice about that is it's really simple. It's a quick craft. And you could even string, I'm going to open one up here. And we're going to, now you could put your beads here, your aluminum cubes, you can put them here, wherever you like to do it. I'm not going to open up the whole bracelet, but I'm definitely going to stamp some cubes at you guys, because I know Samantha walked you through it, and we're going to use uppercase. Let's see. So we're going to do the name Abby today. So again, let's see. I'm going to take my letter. I'm going to center it to the best of my ability. Now, guys, you could definitely tape these down and stamp over the tape. I just like to press down on it. So I put some pressure on my stamp and then I hit it. Okay. And I'm going to follow through with that all around. These aluminum cubes are just fantastic. You know, what's really on trend right now are the old school beaded bracelets, the name bracelets. This just takes it to a whole nother level. So there is my A. I'm going to come in with my B. And Heartbreaker uppercase looks really nice also for full names, especially on these blocks, because they give it a nice feminine, whimsical feel. This might be. Hi, Mary. Here's my A, my two B's, and I'm going to come in with my Y. And I know I always talk about what my favorite letters are. I have favorite letters in all the font sets, but the Y, I don't know why, is my favorite in Heartbreaker. Your wish list is starting to grow again. I don't know. Maybe we'll have to have another flash sale, guys. Maybe. Good morning, Jane. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm just going to take the enamel marker, and I'm not going to go on all four sides of the cube. I'm just going to give you a little idea. So I have some exciting news for you guys. Well, I don't know if it's exciting for me. I hope you're excited about it too. So we were going to take a summer break the week of 4th of July. That I think it's the 5th, the 6th, 7th, 8th, that week. Because I'm actually going to be at my lake hideaway in Pennsylvania, but I think I'm going to bring you guys with me. What do you think about that? Do some outdoor stamping? Outdoor stamping on the lake? I think that sounds great. So I'm going to be coming to you guys from my lake house in Pennsylvania. So we're going to go on a trip. We are going to go on a trip. Alicia, you could go with me. Yes, you could virtually go with me. So what I'm doing, guys, is I'm just stringing these along. Okay? Stringing them on that wax cord. Now, you could do this with leather. You could do this with jute. You could do this with hemp. So do you see that? Drink mixers too. Maybe we'll have to do a Facebook Live on parties and how to embellish your barbecue adult parties. So here is the name. And I slid those on. And what's great about these guys is as they turn, it's still the same name. You know, so anywhere you turn them, like yesterday I showed you how I love to use those cubes. Actually, that was Tuesday. Tuesday I showed you how to do story cubes. You could do the same thing here. So now slip knots, okay? So how are you going to do your knot is you're going to have two of them parallel to one another. Stamp and sip, Shelly. You know what? That sounds good. Terry, you want a Zoom class? I think we'll just stick to a live right now. Okay. So you're going to make sure that both of your cords are parallel to one another. Okay. And you are going to take your cord and go around once, leaving a loop. Go around twice with another loop, just like that. And then you're going to bring, my fingers are not working today. You're going to bring your cord right back through, okay? And that's not working. It's hard to do it on camera when I'm used to doing it the other way. All right, so I'm looping it once, okay? I'm looping it twice. So you have two loops now started. I'm going to loop again. And then I'm going to push it through. Both my loops. And guys, if you're having trouble following this because my hands and my big fingers are in the way, on the tutorial page, the ImpressArt inspiration page, we have a step-by-step. So you're going to pull it through and just tighten it. Just like that. And then cut off a little bit of your extra yarn. So here we go. So Becky, this is just wax cord. You could get it at any of your big, your big box craft stores. And there you go. And you could burn the ends too, Alicia. Yes, Dale, that is the same. Yes, it's a slip knot. It's the same knot you use on your boat shoes. Yes, wax cord. Wax cording. You could also use that knot, guys, with leather. Now I'm going to... with leather. But how great is that? You know what, Tina? I don't know. I will get back to you with that. After the live, when we go back in and answer some of the questions, we'll put that in the comments, okay? I'll find out for you. If I go dig for my spool now, it'll take forever, and I don't want to do that to you guys. So that's what's really great about these. All right. What's nice about doing them in between the knots also is that sometimes when you put them on the straightaway part, they really move around a lot. I like with the knots, I like that they don't, they don't move around so much. Okay, so those are your aluminum cubes. So I think that, we did a lot. We have a lot of kids' crafts online. So this is the small aluminum cube. The classes will still be the same days, guys. So I will be, even though I'll be on vacation, it's still going to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. All right. At 1 o'clock. Give or take a few minutes, because I am in the mountains, and the internet connection, is usually good, but sometimes I might be a little late. So, and yes, you could definitely put knots. Very good, Alicia. You could put knots in between, in between your beads. You could also do your aluminum cubes and put them on your stretchy cord. Those look really nice. So these are all different things that you guys could do. It's so important that we teach how to use our hands to younger generations. I feel like sometimes things get lost along the way, and I'm a firm believer in crafting and family time and just sharing your love for the arts with, children, whether it be a neighbor, whether it be a niece, a nephew, a grandchild, a daughter, a son. All right, so those are my kids' crafts for today. I'm going to swing you guys around. Put you right back in there. So now that I'm completely melting because the air is not on in this house, I'm hoping he shows up soon. But thank you guys for joining in today and letting us share what my day looks like other than just hand stamping. I am crafting and try to come up with great ideas to keep the kids busy. So definitely, if you are going to use one of these techniques that we showed you today, definitely tag us in it. Me and Jen love seeing what you guys make. Don't forget, you hashtag ImpressArt, hashtag ImpressUs. Still, guys, stamp it forward. Let people know that you are thinking of them and how you're appreciative of them. I didn't cut my hair. Not yet. I haven't. The salon's just opened. I think I'm just going to wait a little bit longer. I just straightened it out. Usually I like to give it a little bit of body, but it's no fair with no air, guys. It's a little difficult with a hair dryer today. So I'm hoping I get my air on very soon too, Lynn. But I want to thank you guys for tuning in this week. All right. Remember, to stamp this weekend and share. Stamp and share. Let us see what you're making. I should use a ponytail. I should. But have a healthy and safe, and everybody's asking me about my necklace. So you know what? I'm just going to take this baby off and I will show you guys what it is. So I told you guys that we do custom stamps. I know we've spoke about it several times. So if you have an image that you're really interested in and you love, I love the evil eye. Hence by my last name, I am very Italian. So plays a big part in my culture. So I had a stamp made by ImpressArt, a custom stamp for me. And I'm going to flip the camera around to show you guys what it looks like. And it's a little tarnished, but let me flip this around. All right. So I really need to shine that up. But it is a custom eye stamp. okay, design stamp. I textured the ends of that, all right, and then I soldered a bezel in the center, and I put a stone. So that's what I'm wearing. So, well, I'm glad you love that. So yes, so, you know, these are just a little bit more of advanced techniques, guys. As you start learning your tools and as you grow as a stamper and a metal worker, these are all things that you can learn how to do. So thank you very much for tuning in. Jen, I, and Allie appreciate you guys, as do everyone else from ImpressArt. We love the feedback about our release yesterday, and I know we had some questions about different areas on the map that you guys were interested in. So definitely keep on looking back at ImpressArt.com. If you haven't already, make sure that you sign up for our newsletter. That's going to give you listings of everything that we're doing Facebook Lives on, any classes that we're teaching, and hopefully it's in your area, and new releases. So, and those are always fun. So I'll see you guys on Tuesday, and have a fantastic weekend.